Hi there. Today I want to show you how to create an intro video using the Movavi Video Editor. This is a video that you could use, for example, at the beginning of your YouTube videos. And I'm going to show you two methods for creating an intro video using Movavi. The first method is the create from scratch method, and the second method is by using a built-in template. So let's head to the computer and see how to create an intro video using the Movavi Video Editor. So here we are in the Movavi Video Editor. I'm going to start with the create from scratch method. So what we want first is a background for our video. Now that background could be a still photo or it could be a video. Personally, I think videos work better because it obviously has motion. It's more likely to draw the attention of your viewers. So here within Movavi, you have some sample videos. Personally, I don't think most of these are very interesting in terms of using for a video intro, but you're free to look at those and see if there's one that you like and want to use for your video intro. Here you have download more, which takes you to Storyblocks. That's a paid service. I want to do this for free, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I already have here this video loaded up. This comes from Pexels. Pexels is a website, if you're not familiar with it. You can download for free both photos and video. So let me show you that real quick. So I'll minimize this. And here I am in Pexels. So if I come here, I can click on videos. And then you can just type background. And then hit enter to search. Actually, I click there. And here you have a bunch of different background videos. I don't know if this is showing up, but it says 20,000 best background videos. So you have a lot of options, and you can, you can add additional keywords. If you want a particular color, you could put blue background. Here you see high definition background, abstract. So you can put abstract background, zoom backgrounds, blur backgrounds, etc. So, if you want to narrow it down from the 20,000, you can do that using additional keywords. So then you just scroll down here and find one that you like, one that fits for, whatever sort of intro that you want to create. And so, you just keep scrolling down and let's see, where's the one I chose? I guess it's a bit further down. Anyway, what you do want to do is click on the video. Let's just say that I'm going to use this one here. Click on it. And just make sure down here it says free to use. And then you're good to go. You just come over here and hover over that and then choose your size and click on free download. And then you have your video that you can use as the background for your intro. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take this video and drop it here into the timeline. And if I come over here, you're going to see this video is quite long. It's about 27 seconds long, and obviously we don't want our video intro to be quite that long. I generally think about 4 to 6 seconds is good, maybe 10 seconds maximum. So we want to cut this video. Now, obviously you can look through here and see if there's a particular section of the video you want to use. I'm just going to use the beginning 5 seconds. So I'm going to come over here, and that's about 5 seconds right there. So I will just split this and then delete it. So now I have this little 5-second video right there, and we'll work some more with this in a moment, but I now want to add some text into my video. So what we want to do is we want to come over here to titles and click on that. And you see you have a lot of different options for titles to add to your videos. So you can look through there and find one that you like. Personally, I was playing with this the other day, and the one I thought looked good was up here. Where is it at? This one right here. So let's take this and drop it in. So you see here, this actually, is a starting point, extends further than the actual video. So we don't want that. We're going to drag that in. And if you want, you don't have to have this go the full length of the video. You could, maybe bring that in, and so it doesn't start at the beginning, it starts at the video, and then the title comes in there. And you can do the same here if you don't want to go the full length there. Have it exit right there, so you can play around with that. But for us, let's just do it this way and have it go the full length. So we've got this here. Let's double click it then, and this opens up the editing screen. Now, if you don't want to use both lines, you can just delete the text there, and that goes away. And then you can move the other line wherever you want within that. You've got the grid lines to help you match things up. But for our purposes, we'll use both lines. So let's go back to the first line. We'll just add in my name. And then for the second line, we'll add in my website address. Okay, so now we can edit this text. We can change a color here if we want to do that, change the font size, change the actual font. You know, you can center it different or align it differently, make it bold, italic, underline, however you want. Here, you know, you can add a background to it if you want to do that. You know, in this case, I don't think it works very well because you have the circle here. So, you know, it doesn't work very well in my opinion, but you know, you can do it if you want. It might work better for this one down here. We'll take a look at that. And then, you know, you can add an outline as well. So, you know, however you want to do it, you can set that up, make the changes you want to make. And, you know, the other thing, you know, you can move these around, make them bigger. But what I found, you know, one thing I don't like about Movavi is I love Movavi, but these don't move together. So, you know, the circle will move separately. Every single component here will move separately. So you've got to kind of line things up, you know, piece by piece if you want to do that. I wish that they would change that so this would all move together. So anyway, just a little rant there. Okay, so coming over here, I'm going to change the color on that because I don't think that color works very well. So let's change that to white as well. And let's see if I give it a background. No, because the background, I'm not going to keep the background because again, it comes all the way out. If it just did this text there, actually, can I move that in? No, because that's going to move the text in. So let's take that off. Okay, so I've got that there. And so what else can I do? Well, you know, I can change the duration, but again, I've already changed that here. I can change the animation speed if I want to do that. I can save this as a new preset. Here I can change the color of this right there. And then it says link titles and stickers to an object in motion by tracking it in the video. So you have that option as well in terms of the text. So that is editing the text. But now, you know, I like this, but I want to come back here and change the video, change kind of the coloring of the video so that this here stands out better. So let's do that next. So let's come back down here and click the video, and I want to come over here and come to color adjustments. Now I have a full video on how to adjust colors within Movavi. I'll link to that right now if you want to take a look at that. What I want to do for this one is go to advanced. Now, one of the things I want to do is change the coloring on this. So hue, I found, you know, you can play around with these, hue, temperature, and tint. Hue seems to work best in my opinion. At least the changes aren't quite as drastic as they are in these two here. So let's see if we can find a color that works, makes that pop a little better. Come back over here. Maybe right about there. And then make it a little darker. Again, I don't want to make it too dark. Right about there. So I think that makes that stand out a bit more. Again, you know, depending on your particular video background, you know, you can play around with these here and see what works best in terms of, you know, making sure that the title stands out relative to the background. And again, you can come over here and you have all these effects as well. Just drag and drop one of those on top of the video, you know, however you want to adjust the colors. But, you know, I just made a few little adjustments there so that this title here stands out relative to the background. So the last component of our video intro is to add music. So if I come up here, you'll see that Movavi comes with a bunch of music already added. You've got maybe about 30, 40 different tracks there. You know, you can look through these and see if there's one that you like. You know, again, this will take you to story blocks, but you know, you can also upload your own if you have music that you want to use for your intro video. The music I tend to use is this one here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that here. So I'll drop that in there. Again, I don't want that to go that long, so we will split this and delete the excess. And then I'll click on that. And I like the volume generally about 75%. We'll leave the speed at 100%. I do like to fade in and fade out a little bit here. So just do half a second since this video is pretty short. We don't want to fade it in for too long because I've only got 5 seconds here to work with. So at this point, we're basically done. But again, I'm gonna play this for you. Then I'm gonna show you some additional tweaks you can make to this video to kind of make it even better. But you know, at this point, you kind of, you know, you have an intro video, and this is what it is like. Okay, that's pretty decent, right? But again, as I said, there are some tweaks you can make to this, which I will show you here in a moment. So one thing we can do is we can add some animation to the text, to the title screen. Now, as you saw, this one, the one that I chose, already has some built-in animation, but we can add some more. And if you look through all of these here, all the title options, they don't all have built-in animation. So in that case, it may be a good idea to add some animation, again, to make your intro video more visually interesting to your viewers. So let's click on that, and let's just do a rightward and put it down there for the exit. Come back over here, go ahead and play it. Okay, so that gives it a bit more motion in terms of the exit. Again, you could add animation here at the beginning. You can do beginning and end, however you want to do it. And you have a lot of different options here. Well, maybe not a lot, but looks like about 20 different options for animations you can add to the text for your intro video. So another thing you can do is you can add a pan and zoom to your video. So let's take a look at that. So I click here on pan and zoom, and you have 6 different options here. Let's just do top to bottom and drop that in there. And you can adjust here which part of the video you want it to pan and zoom on, but let's just leave it there for the moment. Come back out here and go ahead and play the video. So again, just another way to kind of jazz up your video and make it more interesting for your viewers. Now, another option is to add your logo to your intro video. And you can do that either in addition to this text here or to replace it. So let's take a look at that. So I click here on logo and click add logo. And I don't actually have a logo for my business. This is just a free one that I downloaded from a graphic design program. So open that, and you see here it adds it as picture in picture. I don't know why it does this one instead of this one, but it doesn't actually matter, because with both of those, you can move this around the screen. You can resize it, however you want. So let's just put it up here in that corner right there and leave it at that size. And we can go ahead and play this. Okay, so now you have your logo on here. And again, you can add animations to this as well if you want to, have it animated when it comes into the screen, whatever you want to do with that. So that is doing it in addition to the text here. Now let's take a look at it in terms of replacing that text. So let me go ahead and delete that. And also I'm going to delete this and start over. So let's add that logo back in. And then I'm going to bring it up here to the center and make it bigger. Actually bring this back over here. Now, if you're using your logo, you're definitely going to want to have a background that matches the colors of your logo. In this case, I'm not sure this really works very well, but again, I'm just doing the demonstration. So now you have your logo. And again, you can add animation to this. You can, not have it come in for the full video, however you want to do it. But let's just take a look at this. Go ahead and play it. So that is an option as well, is to have your logo in the center as opposed to text. And, so that gives you some ideas in terms of what you can do for, starting from scratch for creating an intro video within Movavi. There are other options, of course. It would take a long time to show you every single option. I mean, you could, have this come in for the end of the video and have that text at this part here, right? You could split this video and have different coloring options on it, maybe a blue color for the beginning part, and use the color adjustments and change it to a red color later on. That would be an option. You could, what else could you do? You have these crop and rotate options for, the different items. So you can do that as well. Highlight things, conceal them, add slow motion, etc. So, again, you have a lot of options here you can play around with. I'm just showing you the basics here, plus a few little extras you can add in to create a really nice and interesting looking video intro using the Movavi Video Editor. So again, that is a create from scratch method. Now we're going to switch over and use the templates that they have within Movavi to create an intro video. So as you can see, I've cleared everything out of the Movavi Video Editor, and what I want to do now is I want to come here again to titles, click on that, and you see up here right at the very top, intro videos. So I'll click there, and you see here you have a bunch of pre-designed intro videos that you can use for your intro. And so you've got a bunch of different options to look at, and you can click on one of these here and preview it to see what it looks like. Now, if there's not one here that you like, they do sell additional ones within their effects store. They sell effects packs that will come with 1 or 2 videos plus some other elements. So, you know, you can look through and see if there's one of those, one within the effects store that grabs your attention. The one that I like that I've used on some of my videos is this one right here. So we'll work with this one. So I'll bring this here to the timeline. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So that's what it looks like to begin with, but I want to make some tweaks to it so it looks like something that I would want to use for my videos. So first of all, in terms of the video itself, you really can't do much to edit it, which is, in my opinion, fine. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking video, but you know, if you wanted to edit it, that's not really an option. So if I come over here, I do have the color adjustments if I want to make some color adjustments to it, but you see crop and rotate is not an option. It looks like I can add an overlay if I wanted to do that. Again, pan and zoom is not an option. Animation is not an option. So the video is basically what it is. So, you know, make sure that you pick out a video that you like, because that's the one you're going to be using for your, you know, for the intro for your video. You're not going to be able to tweak this very much other than the text right there, which is what we'll look at now. So in terms of editing the text, you see I have these 2 buttons here. This one here will actually allow you to edit the words there for the text. And once you have the text the way you like it, you know, you can change the colors and other things as well. You can then save it right here. And what that will do, you'll give it a new name, and then you can come up here and it'll show up as a new option in your intro videos. That way you don't have to go through and edit it every single time. You know, if you change the font type, if you change the colors, if you change the words, you can just pull in your new intro video instead of using the template here. So just a handy little feature there. So let's go ahead and click right there. And as you see, this opens up a new screen. Now this here is actually for editing the video, but I'll double click on that and you see you don't get a lot of options. You can fade it in or fade it out. You can change the duration. Of course, you can change the duration that way as well. You could do the same with those right there once you select them. This just shows any effects that have been applied. But again, as I've shown you, there aren't a lot of effects that you can apply to the video section here. So let's take a look at the actual words. If I click on that, that will open up this here. If I click on the second one, that opens up that one right there. So first of all, I can change the words. Let's just call this Movavi Video Intro. I can change the color. I can, okay, gonna have to change that. I can change the font size. Let's change that because that's too big now. Let's make it 80. Okay, so that fits better. Make sure, is that aligned? Make sure it's aligned. Okay. I could change the actual font, you know, I can change the alignment, bold, italics, etc. I can, again, give it a background if I want to do that. I honestly, when I do, you know, particularly with this template here, I don't edit it a whole lot because, you know, again, these colors here are designed to match with the rest of the video. And since I can't edit this part of the video, it doesn't make a lot of sense to change the colors. But again, you can if you want to, and it may depend a bit on which particular video template you're using. Here, again, I can change the duration, I can change the animation speed, I can save this as a preset for my titles, and it doesn't look like maybe I have this option right here, but that's fine. Again, most of this is going to be kind of boilerplate. It is what it is. You can make some tweaks to it. It's pretty nice to begin with, so maybe you don't need to make a lot of changes. So let's come here, and we can do the same thing. We'll just put my name here. Go by Ed Herzog. I want to make that smaller as well. Make this one 60 and maybe bring that down a little bit. And again, I have all these same options that I already looked at. But in general, I think that looks pretty good, right? I mean, it was a pretty nice template to begin with. I added the text I wanted to. I made some tweaks. You know, you can move this text around anywhere, but again, the text is designed to fit inside of this white box. So there's not a lot you can do. If you move it up here, it's not really going to look good. You're going to have this empty box here. So again, these are really nice templates. You can make some tweaks to them, but for the most part, you don't need to do a whole lot with these right here. You can also move around these animation things right here, or you could delete them if you don't want them, or you could add, I believe you could probably add in other animations if you want to do that. Another thing you can do is you could if you just want one of the lines, you could delete it. You could also delete both of those and add in your own one from here. But again, are these going to look good within the context of this video? I don't know. Again, this here is designed to look good within the context of this video. So personally, I just like to keep what's already there. It seems to work well. And then once you have it the way you like it, you just click on apply and return. And now let's go ahead and play this. And there we go. Now, I'm obviously missing one important thing, which is music. Again, I'll just drop that same music in. Come back up here. Music. Come down here. Drop that in. Again. Split it. Delete it. Again, I like to go about 75% and fade it in and out, and then go ahead and play it. So overall, pretty nice, right? Again, they've got some nice templates. If you don't want to do the create your own start from scratch method, these pre-built templates also work very well for creating an intro video for your longer videos. Then, as I mentioned, you can click there on that button right there and give it a name. We'll just call it my YouTube intro and click OK. And now it shows up here in the intro videos under titles right there. And so next time when I want to have a intro for my videos, I can start from this rather than the original template. So those are the two ways to create an intro video using the Movavi Video Editor. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up so that I know I'm creating content that helps you. That's all, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.